Hello children, today's topic is figures of speech in English language. Figures of speech are like beautiful dresses, accessories which make a body look more attractive and beautiful. Writers and poets use them often to make their language more effective and interesting. Though there are 26 figures of speech, here I'll discuss 7 of them which are important for school students. Yes children, one important thing here, these figures of speech in Hindi are called alankar. So the 7 of them are alliteration, simile, metaphor, personification, hyperbole, oxymoron, onomatopoeia. Let's come to alliteration. When same sound is repeated, there is alliteration. Here all tongue twisters are examples of alliteration. For example, she sells seashells at the seashore. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. But alliteration doesn't need to be in an entire sentence. Even 2 words can be alliteration. Example of 2-word alliteration is from the poem that is very famous, Rime of Ancient Mariner. The lines are, the fair breeze blew, the white foam flew, the furrow followed free, we were the first to burst ever into the silent sea. Here, breeze blew, foam flew, furrow followed, silent sea are beautiful examples of 2-word alliteration. Next figure of speech is simile. We use simile when we compare 2 things using the words like or as. We compare them on the basis of some similar quality or characteristic. For example, he ran like a leopard. She sang like a cuckoo. They fought like cats and dogs. In Hindi, this figure of speech is called Upma Alankar. Next figure of speech important for school children is metaphor. Metaphor is also used for comparison. Metaphor is used similarly as Rupak Alankar in Hindi language. There is comparison between 2 things, but no such words as like or as are used. She is at the peak of her career. Here the ultimate position in her career is compared with a mountain peak. All the word a stage. This is a famous line by Shakespeare, where the poet compared the word with a stage. So what is the difference between simile and metaphor? Both these figures of speech are used to make comparisons. The difference between them comes to a word like or as. If I say the word is like a stage, it is simile. But if I say the word is a stage, it is metaphor. Yes, next figure of speech is personification. When an inanimate object or abstract notion is attributed human nature or character of animal, there is personification. In simple words, personification gives human traits and qualities to a lifeless thing or nature. For example, the wind was howling. The sun smiled at us. The city of Mumbai never sleeps. Another figure of speech used for humor is hyperbole. Hyperbole is actually exaggeration. Yes, in hyperbole, writers use exaggeration for emphasis or effect or humor. It makes the story or any description more interesting. For example, his hand was harder than a rock. I was dying of shame. I have told you countless times not to do this. Another common figure of speech in English language is oxymoron. Actually, this is a phrase that combines two words that seem to be opposite to each other. For example, suddenly the room filled with deafening silence. Some very common examples of oxymoron are terribly nice, amazingly awful, bitter sweet. The last figure of speech in my list is onomatopoeia. It creates sound effect that mimics the thing described and makes the description more interesting. Common examples of onomatopoeias include human noises, roar, chirp. For example, the gushing stream flows. The rustling of leaves kept me awake. I was listening to the murmuring of countless bees. Hello children, I have tried my best to make the language very simple so that you can easily understand these, and hope it will be useful for you.